What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach and Chase. We're out here in Colorado. We are your go-to smart home provider. Everything from the backbone, battery backups, UPSs, Wi-Fi, all the way to lighting and shade control and audio video. We have you covered with the design, project management, installation, and service. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. In today's video, we're going to be doing a simple unboxing video on the Josh Micro.
Yeah.
Chase is our specialist and has already deployed a ton of Josh systems here in Colorado. In particular, we're standing in one right now, 12,000 square feet of absolute smart home goodness. And we're going to actually be walking through this home, which is why we've decided to do the unboxings at this house and showing the system in action. So be sure to stay tuned for those upcoming videos. Today, we're going to take the Micro out of the box and give you all the details of what makes this product unique. Let's go! All right, welcome back, Dreamedia family. I'm going to pass it off to our specialist, Chase, here in Colorado, and he is going to give you the lowdown on the Micro. Over to you, Chase.
Yeah, so the Josh Micro is maybe one of the most unique hardware products in the custom integration market in general. So originally, this rolled out as the main controller for Josh. This was the first product they launched, and everything else was a spinoff growing from here to make the system more reliable, capable of bigger installations, and everything else. So what's really cool about this is now this is labeled as their wireless solution for voice control for a room. So in a retrofit, maybe you don't have a wire for the Josh Nano to be hardwired into your rack. Well, you would just drop one of these wireless micros into a room. What's cool about this is the microphone module, the speaker, and the controller that runs the entire Josh system in my home. So without further ado, I'm going to get it out of the box here. It's just such a unique product. So if for some reason you had a Josh Core and it was to fail, the Micro would actually pick up and become the fastest micro on your system. It's going to become your whole home controller and run the automation seamlessly. So Josh is unique is that in almost every microphone location that's spec'd with the Josh Micro is a second controller redundancy. So this home, I think we spoke earlier, I think it has 12 redundancies built in, which may be overkill, but maybe a cleaner unplugs the controller, maybe a data cable goes, maybe something happens. It's not like you lose your whole system until I get out here. It may just run a little slower based on the Wi-Fi speeds. So here we've got both the black and white edition Josh Micro. So what's really cool is this comes for installation as a PoE powered device or as a local wireless device option. Oh. Nice magnetic box. So this is our puck. Yes, it is rather bulky, but again, this is the retrofit wireless solution. So if I have this in a room without speakers, Josh will speak to you through this device. He's got a little speaker built in as well as a microphone. This is a touchscreen, which we'll dive into. Like, let's say I've got this like we have over here next to our living room table, and I say dim the lights. Because you can say something such as turn the lights down a little, and he'll go ahead and drop your Lutron lights about 15%. Well, then you'll get a yellow ring here that shows where you are, and I can just drag the lights to where I want dimming. That also works for volume control or any other interaction in the home. So just really cool. I'll pull these both out of the box so you can get a look at them. And then there is multiple ways, as I spoke, that this can be set up. All right, so if I'm installing this into a wall, basically no matter how you install it, you have this little this metal ring here that magnetically attaches to the back of my Micro, right? So you can either screw on legs to prop this up as a platform, or I can just mount this directly to my drywall and have my USB-C poke through that lets me inject PoE back from my rack to get a better speed. So why would I do this? Well, maybe it's a retrofit and I had a data in a wall, but maybe I don't have a distributed audio system in a certain room. This would be your solution instead of the Nano. You'd go with the Micro and not have to worry about speakers in the space. So in this kit, I have my two little legs. So since obviously we're just setting this up on the table, I'm going to install this as you would on a table, maybe next to your living room couch, or maybe up on your kitchen counter where you don't have the wall space for an in-wall. Like as you can see here, we have windows and studs, windows and studs, windows and studs. So it wasn't really an option to have the Josh inside the wall there. That also lets you be flexible and move the Josh around as your home grows and changes. And as you can see, that's the same legs to style that we're dealing with here. So it could not be easier to set this up. You have two little screws. You could use a a flathead screwdriver. I don't either. I drop the screw into this factory machined hole here. I'm going to place my thumb so that Phillips doesn't turn. And I'm just going to screw this leg in by hand real quick. Okay, add my second one. And again, if we were installing this, I would really make sure it's snugged up with a Phillips, but just showing how easy this process is. Okay. And then there you go. There's your tabletop Josh. And at that point, as you can see, you just plug in a USB-C cable to it. Actually, mine in my living room because I have a data that comes back around my couch. And then, you can have it lower profile here like this, or you can go ahead and flip this back structure around and have him more pointed. So whatever you want for looking, typically this orientation is better for the microphone to sense what's going on in the house. But maybe we jump over to the Micro that's plugged in really quick and I show you this shade and audio and light control I was telling you about with the on-screen touchscreen. So what's really cool about these is you can program one touch or two touch on the faceplate to do what you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit one touch here. Now Josh is listening to me, so never mind, Josh. All right, so here in this home, one touch on the Josh touchscreen here is going to make Josh listen to you. So instead of hitting a call word, maybe you're right here, you go ahead and hit them. You can have it do certain things, like I can have that close shades or whatever. And then a double touch on this guy as it's programmed locally in this house, this can be changed, is going to go ahead and mute my microphone. So that is what the mute lights look like. And now Josh is no longer listening or able to run commands via voice right here. So this is great for when you have maybe a confidential meeting. Maybe you've got your friend over named Josh and you haven't used the call words, hey, home or Nicola. Oh, so we didn't dive into that. There's 3 sets of call words that Josh can be activated by. And this home, you use the call phrase, hey, Josh, or okay, Josh. You can also just use the word Nicola or hey, home. So this is constantly changing. You'll hear Josh speak through the focal in ceilings above us at some point. And every time I log into the software, there's a new voice to pick from. So in this home, I think we're using the male Australian Josh generated, but now with ChatGPT, they have a ton of really convincing options. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute my Josh. All right, so check this out. Okay, Josh, dim the lights a little. Okay, Josh. Hey, Josh, dim the lights a little.
The lights are now a little dimmer.
Wow.
Okay, you see this yellow ring here? So as you can see, he only dimmed it about 5%. I can go ahead and grab this.
Oh,
Yeah, so whenever I talk to last, now I've got control of, so I kind of like this. It's on my bedside table in my master. And if I text him, so this will also work with your shades. Okay, Josh, close the center kitchen shade.
Closing the shade.
All right, and again, so now we've got a blue light here, right? Instead of a yellow light, so that kind of indicates what we're controlling. I'm gonna grab that, and we're just going to tell this shade to go back up, and I can get it right down to the percent.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
Now it's going to drop the shade a little bit again. That works with your audio, your video, your lights, pretty much anything that has a percentage that can be controlled. Something really intuitive I like. And as you may have heard there, I said turn down the lights a little, right? That's that intuitive voice control we're talking about. That's just that next step. If you were to say that to Google or Amazon, they're going to go, what do you mean? You've got to give it an exact percentage. Where maybe the light in that room's already at 65 and it's just a little too bright because they turn it down a little, turn it down a bit, turn it down a lot. Or I can get specific, turn it down to 15%, turn it up to 75%. And since, like, I just talked to the shade last, right? Okay,
Yep.
So I'm not, okay, Josh, close it.
You didn't even have to say shade.
Nope, because he knows what I was talking about. That's what I just addressed. So if I said turn down the TV a little and it wasn't down enough, turn it down some more, turn it back up. We're
Just more organic.
Yeah,
Listen.
it just feels natural. It feels like you're having a conversation with a person. Now, since we're here and since we're sitting in Josh's module, I'm going to show you some of the ChatGPT, which I use as a history buff all the time. Okay, Josh, tell me a little bit about the first Viking raids. He's searching the interwebs.
The Viking raids. They were wild rides from around the late 8th to the early 11th century. It all kicked off in 793 AD with the infamous raid on Lindisfarne, a monastery.
Hands-free ChatGPT searching. I mean, it doesn't get cooler than that. And I just went ahead and touched him to interrupt him there so that he didn't keep, because I mean, he'll go. And then you can keep prompting him. Tell me even more. Well, you mentioned the Lindenshire raid. Tell me about the Lindenshire raid. Or I can, okay, Josh, give me a good chocolate chip cookie recipe. He may have still just been listening to the previous command. Oh,
Here's a classic chocolate chip cookie recipe. That's ingredients: 2 1/4 cups of flour,
okay, Josh.
1/2
Stop. I don't want to listen to all that, right? How are you going to remember that? So at this point, if that's... Something was active in the Sonos system there. So basically he's leveraging the Sonos port in the control room to talk through the system. So let's say I'm here. I can text the home. I know it's supposed to be a micro unboxing, but this just shows you unlock all this functionality with just this little micro here.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Okay.
Wow.
Shades are closing, right? That one was already closed, so he's not worried about it. But now, let's say we get back into our little cookie recipe ordeal. Maybe you don't want him to say it through the system. Just let Josh help out with your dinner night and make things easier for you. He'll go ahead and recommend to you too through ChatGPT. And then there, this is something digestible I have. It's a little bit easier to read.
Yeah, step by
So I'm
step.
doing everything. This gets rid of my need to have Google open on my phone, my need to have a lighting app open, audio app open, TV app open. You know, we're not only centralizing the house, but making control intuitive. So that's kind of the spiel. And again, while we do have this Josh speaking through our Focal system here, which I love, if you invested in a distributed audio system, why would you not want these high quality speakers, the audio coming through and kind of filling the whole room? But if we were actually, when we go down to the theater, that'd be a good example, because I don't want the latency with the AVR turning on and that big Focal 1000 series system. Besides, I don't need Josh in like 15.4.4 or whatever we're rocking down there. He'll go ahead and speak wirelessly through this locally, which is how the one in my living room is set up. So just a very flexible system. And again, this is supposed to be your wireless control option, but it is so much more. It's your backup controller, your touch interaction with the home. And again, we have this as a tabletop, but you could easily as well go ahead and have this mounted on the wall in a retrofit location, not plugged into PoE, like would require with the Nano. Or you can go ahead and run this PoE if you need the local speaker option there. You don't have a Sonos or an integrated amp solution in your home. And as you can see here, this would kind of just tease the Control 4 overlay. So this is a Control 4 touchscreen in here because this system was installed before the Josh system. Oh, I didn't quite land it on that dock, but this is your floater option right now. And then here I've still, Control 4 is natively pulling in and updating with Josh. They go back and forth and communicate with each other. So you can see the same shades that are here in this room. And this will go ahead and update. Okay, Josh, open up the shades. Didn't hear a prompt there, did I? Just said the shades. He knows we're in the kitchen here, and that's just what I love. So since we're in the great room, so we have this Josh list line just to this kitchen area we're in, right? But if I was to go ahead and prompt him with great room, he would control this whole area. If I was to say main floor, he'd control this whole main floor. I can make him close down the game room, theater, recreation area by just saying, turn off the recreation area.
Tell him to do the main floor shades.
Okay, Josh. Close main floor shades. And while this isn't just the great room, I mean, this is literally everything. This house is kind of a split floor level, but the primary floor we're on here runs the entire square footage. So there you go. It was that simple, and now I've got all of these shades closing everywhere. So just intuitive, easy control. I don't want to get us copyright flagged, but I do have to show this music integration because it is my favorite interaction with my Josh system on a daily basis. Okay, Josh, listen to Chris Stapleton.
Now I'm Chris Stapleton. That was great.
I bet you it's Control 4. Oh, so our volume was just low here. So, excuse us on that.
So just tell Josh, turn up the volume.
Yeah. So, okay, Josh, turn up the music to 60%.
Volume set.
And I've got my volume slider here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that for copyright. But now you can see the purple is the volume slider. So this, look at that, dynamically updating on the Control 4 touchscreen at the same time as I'm interacting with it. So what happened there when no music came on, just before I was messing around with the touch slider and I muted the system. So that's why the music didn't come through. But that's how easy the call world is. And it's, if you have a playlist saved, you can go ahead and call that through Sonos. But it's just, okay, Josh, listen to Willie Nelson.
Now playing Willie Nelson.
You can see that was the Josh core speaking to the system. And then we're going to go ahead and it may take a second. Yeah. So now Sonos, Control 4, and Josh have talk to each other within a second and a half from a voice command. And again, we're leaving it quiet here, but I'll just go ahead and I turn on the music through Josh.
Got my song, got you with me tonight.
Okay, Josh, turn off the music.
Can you say turn off the music and open the shades?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Multiple commands at once?
Yes, yeah. Okay, Josh, open up the shades and turn off the lights.
Opening the shades.
So we're just talking advanced voice control that's just blowing everyone else out of the water. It's really hard to get your mind around if you don't get to play with these systems, but it gets as crazy as you want. So very cool. Josh has goodbye commands programmed in. We have dining commands programmed here. We've got movie commands programmed in here. And as I showed earlier, if I'm missing a command, I can, at my house, my fiance is able to add commands without me, which I've had 4 different control platforms in my house over the last couple of years. You can't do that with anyone else. Someone that's not a tech savvy person can just tell Josh, so you can even do, oh man, I skipped over this. You can even add scenes through voice command. Now, you may have to go out and edit it because that gets really, can get confusing fast. But you can prompt Josh, make a dining room scene where my cans are at 30%, the shades drop, and we listen to Chris Stapleton at like 20% volume. It'll go ahead and dynamically just pull in a scene for you via voice. You can add the text commands. You can just add it in through your phone app. It's really a user-first control platform. Just super exciting stuff. I mean, we can sit here all day and play around with this, but just wanted to give you a deep dive. I mean, most of what's integrated in this house is going to be our video, audio, and window treatment. So that's why we use those as our examples. But especially now with the Josh touchscreens, you're going to be able to talk to your Ring doorbell cameras, your 2N cameras, check your whole security system, really centralize everything in your home. And the integration and software is getting updated constantly. So as I log into homes, I'm finding new features, and I do get some beta features that I'm very excited about. So it's just a fast growing platform and a really fun homeowner interaction.
All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap on the Josh Micro.
And some.
And a little more. So kind of what you guys saw there on the tail end of use case scenarios and actually demonstrating it in action is what we plan to do at this home here. So make sure you guys stay tuned for upcoming episodes where we walk through other spaces in this home and show how Josh makes this home smart and easy for the homeowner to make changes. It's really incredible.
It's kind of mind-blowing, even with people that live with control systems every day.
It's next level. I would have to say it's impressive. Just the native, just genuine language that you use.
You don't have to be a tech person.
I just love the way you can speak to it in a very normal fashion. This is the first control system I've seen where it actually seems like you could live with it, not just become frustrated.
Yeah, you're not this. The system is learning and bending to you. All you do is learn to wake the voice modules up.
If you want voice control, this is definitely industry leading, and having the ChatGPT AI aspect integrated into
just so cool,
so next level.
I don't even pick up my phone to ask questions anymore. Anytime I have a question or I'm working at the computer, I just ask my Josh.
So cool.
He's answering it in the background natively to me. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative and helping you make a buying decision. If you like this video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below. We are your go-to Colorado smart home provider, so reach out today for that free video consultation. We'll take all the work off your plate, from the design, the management, installation, and service. We'd love the opportunity to earn your business. All right, guys, well, till next time, this is Zach and Chase from Dreamedia Home Theater. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.